On in, Governor Mike Huckabee. You heard those numbers. In particular, I focused on the third of West Virginia Democrats voting yesterday who will vote for Trump in November. Now, there's a story, if I may say.
Well, it is a story, but I thought it was a very poetic moment. This is not the only time that Bernie Sanders has been giving the bird to Hillary, and he did it again in West Virginia. A wipeout. And look, this is very significant because what a significant turn from 8 years ago when Hillary was the homecoming queen, and now she can't get a date. This is really an amazing thing. Bernie Sanders has become the court jester who keeps tripping the queen, and she had a faceplant last night in West Virginia. Democrats have to be panicked, not just because of her losses, but because of the fact that she is not pulling those traditional Democratic voters, because they're as angry at their party as Republicans are at their party, and that's why Donald Trump is really waxing away with the field.
Yeah, he is.
Because he is looking as a guy that's neither of those guys.
Let me look on the other side of the fence for a second. There's a billionaire. He was supporting Ted Cruz. James Simon's there, Renaissance Technologies. I think he gave $13 million, him and his employees, to Ted Cruz. But now he's switched, because Cruz is out. He's switched. He's not giving his money to Donald Trump. He's giving it to Hillary Clinton. He's given $2 million already. Now, what do you make of that?
Well, I think it's a great moment for Donald Trump to remind people that meet the old boss. Or meet the new boss, rather, same as the old boss. And that's what's wrong with Washington. The same donors fund Republicans, they fund Democrats, they don't care, they make money either way. But it's the working class who's getting gut punched. And when Donald Trump goes out there and says he does not belong to that group, he's not going to be a wholly owned subsidiary of the Wall Street donors, I'm telling you, it's resonating with people. It's why he has done so well. It's why Democrat voters are flocking to him, as well as working-class Republicans. And it scares the daylights out of Washington, because keep in mind, Stuart, that the reason that under the House Republicans, nothing changed. We still had no advance on immigration, no repeal of Obamacare. We didn't do a darn thing about Planned Parenthood funding. We increased the debt ceiling. Everything Republicans hated, we went ahead and did it. Why? Because the donor class wanted it that way. So the donors who gave to Cruz, who, by the way, was pretty much a corporately funded guy like the rest of them, they're not going to Trump because they're not really Republicans. They're just people who want to make sure that their nest keeps getting feathered.
Now, I know your daughter works for the Trump campaign. It sounds an awful lot like you're about to endorse Donald Trump yourself.
Well, I have endorsed him because I said I would wait until he got the nomination. I wasn't going to endorse before because I felt like that's what voters needed to do. But I'm not one of these Republicans that, fold my arms and say, never Trump. No, I think Donald Trump will be an excellent president. And by the way, I'm convinced he will beat Hillary. And I know the Clintons very well, Stuart. I've known them my whole adult life. I went into this last race saying nobody knows Hillary better on the Republican side. Donald Trump will beat Hillary Clinton.
Oh, there's a prediction for you. I think it's May the 11th, 2016. He said it, the governor. All right. Governor Huckabee, thank you very much for being with us. Appreciate it.